Good afternoon, my beautiful people. Welcome to another vlog. Okay, so notice anything different? Anyway, welcome to another vlog, y'all. If you are new here, my name is Marie. If you're a returning subscriber, hey.
Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need. Every time I get a bit inside, I feel it.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. It is Sunday the 20-something. I think it's the 23rd. Yeah. Anyway, good morning. I was gonna chit chat with y'all last night, but by the time I had actually got home, I had instructions to call him. Then I had instructions to call my mother back because I called her, and then I sat down and had to do a little adult stuff last night, you know, pay some bills, that kind of stuff. So I didn't even bother getting back on the computer, but it was a fun weekend. It was a fun weekend. The weather was nice. You know, we went to all these like outside things. Like roller skating took me out because I just knew my man was not gonna go. And then he finally wanted to go, and then I was like, no, that's okay, because I was feeling a little anxious, you know, just about getting out there, and then the kids, and you know, I didn't know anything about this rink that we were going to. So anyway, child, I had a blast. I had a really good time. And yeah, so that concludes the weekend. I don't know where I am in this vlog. I'm not gonna even hold you. So don't mind me, but I'm off today. So it's one of those days where I need to get, of course, many things done, including they're actually redoing where I live, you know, like beautifying it. So I have to get everything off of my patio today because they are like painting and doing all this extra stuff tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that first because there's lots of stuff out there. Some of it will need to go to my garage, and then, you know, the weather is really nice, so I'm trying to figure out a way to make my patio look cute because my plants that I had definitely died on me, and I cannot lift those planters with that soil in there. So I'll probably be working outside on my patio for the next potentially hour and a half. Really, it's just getting it in. I thought about going to At Home. But I saw some patio stuff on TikTok. Y'all know how I am about TikTok though. Just not sure. I'm sure it's the same thing. But I like a good seamless return policy. You know, if I pick it up from somewhere, get it from somewhere, I want to be able to return it in case it doesn't work out. So I'm thinking about going to At Home. Probably not Home Depot, but I'm gonna probably go out today and just see. I want just like the sofa part. Instead of having chairs, I want to do like a little sofa and a little table out there. So lots of miscellaneous errands, but I'm definitely gonna start here. Even though he didn't come here this weekend and I didn't have to cook, because baby, he cooked for me and all that, and I loved it. I love all of it. All of it. Alright, y'all, so I am officially starting a new vlog. I've actually gotten caught up in my editing, so I actually know where I'm starting at this time. Maybe a good thing. Don't get used to it quite yet, but yeah, I actually ended editing the last vlog that you probably saw like yesterday or what have you, and even though I'm normally a little behind, at least I know I cut the video off, and so we're starting fresh today. So yeah, I do know one thing. I have a lot of new subscribers. I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I feel like it has a lot to do with my cooking short that had a little promotion on it. So yeah, I want to say I thank you for subscribing to my channel. Welcome. And although I haven't been cooking a whole lot, cooking is my thing. Yeah, I think last video I was making hot sauce and doing all that good stuff. So yeah, but anyway, today is Thursday. I'm really just feeling like picking up the camera because I actually worked the last 2 nights in a row. So your girl was a little beat down. Yeah, I was a little tired. But anyway, I have taken a little break to run over to Indy Clover. If you've heard me the last couple of vlogs, I've talked about the little Indy Clover reselling situation. And I did pretty good tagging most of my items, but even though I'll only have 1 week for right now, so basically what's happened with the schedule, at least for the month of April, is that I'll have 1 weekend where I'll rent a booth. I wasn't able to secure a weekend for that following week, but then I have 3 weeks after that. So what'll happen is I'll take my stuff next Saturday, drop it off, and I'll have to go back and pick it up when the store closes on Friday. And then I'll have to do the same thing that week after the next one, you know, in order to set my booth back up. So it requires you be there at like 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Long story short, though, I know I talked about I didn't have enough tags. So I'm taking a quick break. I'm going to run over here and get some more tags because I didn't go last weekend. Last weekend, child, I was just having way too much fun. We went to all the outdoor events and what have you, so I wasn't thinking about it. But considering that I need to have all of it prepared and ready to go for next weekend, and me and my man both are not really early morning people, him especially, but he's saying he's gonna get up, you know, at 7 something in the morning with me and help me go set up my booth. So because I just knew he was gonna be like okay, you got this, you know, you got it all together. But he said if I needed him to get up and go with me, he would. But yeah, I'm headed to go get some more tags so that I can finish that up. I probably won't get it done until, I don't know, maybe Sunday. But I want to have what I need, and I want to have also I probably won't go restock my store since it'll just be there for the week. I'll just put a lot of hot items. But when I go back, I'll make sure to, you know, like save some items so I can go and restock my store during the week for the 3 weeks that I have the booth. So I'm just going to, you know, put everything in there that I think will be really hot items. And I don't know, but, you know, maybe I'll have enough stuff to do those next 3 weeks. But I'm like, if all goes well, I don't plan on having any of that. I plan on, you know, maybe a little couple of pieces, and maybe I'll get to the point where I'll be like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to donate this stuff. But anyway, so we're going to go get some tags this afternoon. Lots of house chores, lots of house stuff, because like I said, the last 2 days I've gotten home really, really late and gone to bed late. They were working on my patio, and I need to call them and see if they're done, because I bought like lights to kind of redo my patio. I was like, well, since I have to take all this stuff off of my patio anyway, I might as well, you know, kind of redecorate it and spruce it up since it's getting warm outside again. So between now and hopefully tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna kind of redo my patio. That's it. Foodie Land is this weekend on Saturday, so I know we're gonna go to Fair Park and do that. Sunday I have to work, but Sunday afternoon is probably when I'm really gonna get into making sure that stuff is all together. So I went in there and I took another picture, and then Miss Girl, I appreciate you, because she wasn't acting like the tags were coming out of her pocket. Like, she gave me a nice hefty stack. So this should definitely get me through what I'm trying to do. Y'all, I want to stop at Jollibee Chicken. What is that about? After I think it's actually Buffalo Wild Wings that had my stomach. Not Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop. I ate all that chicken. It was good though, but it was It's a lot of stuff over here to eat, but I'm just like, okay, do I continue my fast until I get home this afternoon, or do I stop and get me something? Neither idea is a bad idea. I just need to figure it out. There's Salada over here, girl, but who want to pay $80 for a salad? Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Let me go take my behind home. Y'all, it took everything in me not to buy. It was some like platinum, silver, shiny. I think I inserted a little clip. I so wanted to buy those because those were really, really cute, but they were a little too big for me. I mean, like, I wear like 7.5, 8. I thought I wore 8.5, but those were 8.5, and they were flopping off the back of my feet a little bit. I was like, well, maybe you could wear a thick sock. No. And every time it's me, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to get away with it. Oh, it's too much. This is too much. I gotta go. Like, I gotta get out of this traffic, and I gotta get to the house. Okay, but mission accomplished. We got the tags. And I'm trying to figure out if I can't sit in this line right here. I just can't. Oh, that's why, because that person is turning. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna work on, I really kind of need to work on it today when I get home, along with everything else, because y'all, you know, the craziest thing, especially if you create content, right? What in the world? You know, I got both of these videos done actually, and played them back after, you know, spending most of last night to get them exported, and then there's changes that I need to make. So basically, on both videos, I gotta go back into the program, re-edit a couple of things, and then re-export the video. So that process, I didn't think I would have been gone that long. So that whole process is gonna take a minute. Anyway, I'm headed back to the office to not get any work done. Let's be real honest. And go home today. I'm glad I'm going home today, because like I said, these last 2 days have really worn me out. Like, ooh. going to bed late, laying in the bed until the very last minute. Like I said, thank goodness I don't have to comb my hair. All right, I will see y'all again later. Just a quick errand. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, you know what day it is. All right, y'all, it is Friday. Baby, I was so beat last night. I was so tired last night. And then I had to straighten up because I think Bae is going to try to come over this weekend. But anyway, today's Friday. You see, I'm at the office. Nobody's here. So, baby, I look some kind of way today. I just did whatever I could just do. How are we? How are we feeling? What's going on? I hope the day finds you well today. It's very gloomy out. And y'all, when I tell you, look, these allergies are going to take me out. I've been praying that this is not the way I go, but look, I struggled so much this week with allergies. And if you have seasonal allergies or if you have year-round allergies like myself, I sympathize with you wholeheartedly, okay? Because, baby, my face was swelling up. My eyes were extremely puffy. I've been sneezing like mad crazy. There is still like green stuff all over my car from this week where the pollen has just... I can't take it. Anyway, so I gotta keep some medicine on deck. It is Friday, March 28th. I have no idea what's going on. Probably nothing today. I'm gonna run by Trader Joe's and get some oyster mushrooms. I made some mushroom tacos that were just tasty, and I want to make those again. And it was all from me eating those mushroom tacos at Vegan Fest. I don't know what it was, but you know, I feel like every time I eat something, I can always just make it better and really love it for myself, if you know what I'm saying. So we have oyster mushrooms. I think I want to go to the market too, to the Asian market, because they have enoki mushrooms. And I don't know if I've talked about it before, but I've seen a really, really nice video of frying the enoki mushrooms like a patty, because the texture of it is kind of like chicken, really, you know what I'm saying? Like you can shred it, kind of pull it apart type of thing. And so yeah, but the oyster taco was just really good. So I think I'm gonna mix a bunch of different mushrooms together and just make some tacos tonight. Tomorrow is Foodie Land. So I'm hoping the weather cooperates so that we can have a real cute day out at Fair Park in Dallas at Foodie Land. Child, the weather was so bad last time we went. I couldn't believe that he even agreed to still go out there. Tried it. That was way too much. That was way too much. That rain is cold. My hands are frozen. Like hurt frozen. Y'all, it was freezing. It was freezing cold, and I mean it just literally poured down almost the whole time we were there. But my man. Nah, let me stop. Anyway, y'all, yeah, today's Friday. I have a couple of errands. Last weekend, I feel like we did so much. I probably need to sit down because I start working on stuff and then I get distracted and it kind of falls by the wayside. So I need to sit down one of these weekends and continue my business venture so y'all can get this seasoning, because I want y'all to have it. I want you to have it in your home. I think I'm ready to kind of feel that sense of accomplishment again. I mean, I already feel accomplished in everything I do, but you know, having a business, and even, you know, like I said, I have to go back to my little, you know, Peyton situation, because if you know, you know, if you gift her something or, you know, send her something, she's always going to show a lot of love. And yeah, but anyway, I don't know how much work I'm gonna get done today because nobody's here. So yeah, and I won't stay here long, but we're gonna get a couple of things done and get ready for the weekend. Like I always say, today is a great day to have a great day, and I'll see y'all once I try to get finished being productive. All right, we have made it home. Una momento. Okay, made it home. They done made me mad about my patio. Okay. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I take that back. I take that back. I'm not mad. But the fact that I feel like they kind of half-assing it, if you know what I mean. You know, where you do one part of it, but then the other part still needs some work. But I really need a power washer. That's what I need. So I went to Trader Joe's. Ooh, let me tilt y'all down some. Hold on. Okay. I went to Trader Joe's, got what I needed. Matter of fact, I got some ice cream in here. Got some ice cream that I need to get out of here immediately and get in the freezer. But yeah, I got everything I needed for the mushroom tacos. I got the king oyster mushrooms and these beach mushrooms. Maybe that'll help. I got some lemons. I don't know why I've been wanting lemonade, and I've actually been taking fresh squeezed lemons and just lemon and water in it, but I think the problem with that is using too much sugar. I got 2 cans of black beans because I think with those tacos I'm gonna make like a black bean dip. I don't know if you've ever been to like Gloria's. They sell Tex-Mex Mexican food or whatever, and they have a black bean dip that is so good. I'm gonna make my own. I got some boursin. I'm not really sure why. I got some zucchini noodles, and I'm gonna experiment with these branzino fillets. It's like a really delicious light sea bass type of fish. And the picture on the front just looks really good, and I want to say that that's zucchini under it. So my plan is to like eat really light, healthy this weekend, despite going to the thing tomorrow, because y'all, that food be so high. Like it's just ridiculous high. So I'm sure we'll go out there and try some things, but I don't want to just go out there and spend my money on a whole bunch of stuff. So I really want to find some kind of other little cute activity for us to do, just in case we're not out there long. So I'm gonna have to thaw this out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to thaw this fish out, but I think the food this weekend is gonna be really good. I didn't have to cook it all last weekend, so I guess I need to get back on it, and I really need to get back on it for the people who want to see me cook. And what will really be good with this fish, let me go ahead and pre-plug myself, is my lemon butter and herb seasoning. That seasoning is so good.
Thank you. She is an awesome. Oh, I need to follow you really quickly. Color steals, you guys. I'm following you. I know you. I know you.
All right. It is very much later. And I'm very unorganized right now, but I think I'm managing to get all my prep work done for what I'm trying to do. We'll go through this really quick. So in this container, I just did some lettuce and some cilantro to top the tacos with. I have some Mediterranean feta from Trader Joe's, and then I'll probably just do a little salsa. I have some cheese in there, but I don't really care about the cheese part. A lot of limes, so we can squeeze limes on our tacos. And then I reserved a larger piece because I think I mentioned I'm gonna make like a black bean dip to go with the tacos instead of, I thought about doing corn, because you know, like old school elotes in the cup with the mayonnaise and the butter, or the sour cream and the butter. Anyway, let me not get carried away. I used a half of a cube of chicken bouillon with a little water to thin out my black beans. So I just rinsed off 2 cans of black beans, and I'm gonna put them in my blender with this little concoction of garlic, cilantro, and green onions, the white and the tip part. I think that's all that's in here. Yeah, garlic, onions, and cilantro. So I'm gonna put all that in the blender to make my dip with. And then over here on this paper towel, I have 2 kinds of mushrooms, these brown looking mushrooms that came from Trader Joe's. I just cut the bottom part off of them and broke them up. And then oyster mushrooms, which I'm about to, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to like try to cut it in strips, kind of like these mushrooms, or if I wanted to chop it up, because when I made my tacos, I kind of just cubed it up. I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna cube it up because yeah, I'm just gonna cube it up, and then that way it'll be like 2 different kind of textures. And when I tell you, these oyster mushrooms are so meaty, like I just had no idea. And I love a good mushroom, so all of this sounded great to me. I'm not going to season them or put anything on them until I'm actually ready to go to the pan with them, because they will absorb the moisture. They will absorb the seasoning. Girl, I'm thrown off, okay? They will absorb the seasoning and create a lot of water, and I don't want that to happen. We want to keep them like a meaty texture and not have them too much like soup. So that is my mushrooms, and then like I said, I'm gonna wait to season these up and do anything, but it's really gonna be fairly simple. I'm gonna get my pan screeching hot, and last time I just cooked them in a pan. I think I want to cook them in my cast iron. So I'll just drizzle a little oil, season them up really good. I'll also chop up a lot of onions because y'all know I like onions. And yeah, it'll be later though. It'll be later when I cook. So, because it's already like 10:30 and I really want to get off my feet. So we'll make the black bean dip, and then I'll see y'all later on in the kitchen tonight when I make these tacos. Hopefully I'm not too tired. I'm really hungry now because I can taste them, and I know they're going to be fire. I know they're going to be good. pig with the lunch curd and graham crackers, and then a pinky sauce. I am this close to
I go on and on, can't understand how I last so long.
perfect flavor, nice juicy. And I really like the breakfast to go inside the breakfast.
Pig is really nice.
Y'all know I just had to interrupt real quick. I have my TV on, but bean dip. Your own bean dip. Get some black beans, a little garlic, cilantro, lime, onion, little chicken broth. You know, you can put a little or a lot depending on how you like your consistency, and add your little seasoning. Spectacular. Just fabulous, y'all. Lord. Why you just get one? I told you I was hungry. You want me to sit here and eat these chips? Thank you.
You're welcome. Foodie Land, huh? Shit. What's the budget? Goddamn.
We're gonna get one thing apiece.
Brought to you by Road. Oh, hell yes.
Try one thing from one place and one thing from another place.
That ain't gonna happen.
My hands not gonna be out my pocket because they can't be out. They can't be out my pocket.
I wanna eat that. I wanna eat that. I wanna eat that. Shit. You want one of them? Yeah.
Oh.
This is all right. Oysters.
I did. I brushed my teeth while you were asleep.
If you want.
Whoa. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. We are headed out. It is Saturday afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon. And we are headed out for the day. Foodie Land, lots of little miscellaneous errands. Just enjoy the day because it's actually very beautiful outside. So we're gonna get into it. What? Thank ya. My love. I need to go find the patches.
One red right here. Put that one back. I only need one, and then you got the other one.
All right. Okay. Yeah, this is what I need. All right, just a little chit chat while Bay is in there getting his business cards. My coat Gaias are cute. I actually really like them. I'm so hungry, y'all. It's 2 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything. Like nothing. Shoot. The weather is nice, so I expect Fair Park to be a really beautiful experience. It's probably gonna be lots and lots of people. And the way my stomach is set up right now, it might be an expensive day. We might need to just grab a snack and go eat somewhere for real, because it might cost $1 million. You always grunting. You get what you need?
Nah, motherfucker.
What?
They printed the old mock-up.
So what happened?
I made all the fonts bigger and they didn't use that email I sent. So these are the old ones. But it is what it is.
Okay,
I had made all this bigger. You know what I'm saying? This is the old email.
Oh, so they didn't do what they were supposed to do. See what I'm saying? And you trying to get me involved. I don't know what way I need to go.
Saying go that way.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you trying to get me involved.
They do good work. It's just, you know, they be overwhelmed, I think.
Can't be no worse than the place we just left, because baby, they look like they are inundated as well.
No, it's worse than that.
What?
Yeah, it's worse than that.
Not worse. Ain't no such thing. Worse than. Text it.
Mises.
Ooh.
Ranches.
What?
Ranches.
Ranches what?
Got some more ranches. With a chicken wing. That's how they be saying it.
No.
Got some more ranches. I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
Got your ranches. Your Mises.
What's Mises?
Already here now.
That's what you said. That's what you said. You was like, we might as well go on get out. Go on get out.
Back to the car with my camera.
laughing at?
Fucking dog looking at that lady.
Oh my gosh.
I hear that.
Now you sleepy?
Everything aching.
What else exciting? Oh, go ahead. What else exciting are we about to do?
That's all they had on the menu.
What?
That's all we had on the menu.
Well, we need to add something else on the menu.
Got a tip, not checkers. This chest, nigga chest. I flooded out my paddock with baguettes. I curved Tiffany, yeah, for Jess. For who? Need to get myself together, I'm a mess. Straight up, straight up.
You, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the step on those. Coming out slamming Cadillac doors.
MP, may you rest, may you rest. Never ever shoot below the neck. You a rookie, I'm a vet. That's why I got a Glock.
Okay, shit, how I get home from here?
Like make a right, I think.
Go to that light? I don't think so. I don't think this is the way. What you smelling?
We got to try them. I think I seen that.
It's a little fancy too. Yeah, it's got good reviews though. Like for it to just now be open. Right, fall dead in the street. It looked like it. Even the pictures on the website. But I was looking at the cars. I'm like, it gotta cost a little coin because I see. Oh, it's crowded. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all. Woo, okay. Did I even tell y'all about what happened? Or no, I don't think I got back on camera yesterday. So after we went to culinary dropout, yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm just getting home from work, by the way. My allergies are wearing me down. Okay. Anxiety is a little rough today. So after we went to culinary dropout, we came home. I think we watched a little UFC. But what I really meant to tell y'all, I was real aggy yesterday, right? I was real aggy yesterday with Foodie Land. Let's replay this clip back. So, I guess it was partially my fault, but I mean, you know, I guess it just depends on the person and what kind of day you've had. But how can you be at an event like that and not be able to bring your camera, so they say? And I should have just detached it from my little tripod. Needless to say, I already read the instructions, like you can't really bring a backpack, whatever. So I chose to bring my little clear Chanel beauty bag. And I had my camera in my hand and my little, just my smaller pocket or whatever in there with not really much items. But I get up to the gate. This lady tells me no camera on or nothing. I can't have that kind of camera set up. So granted, we had already kind of paid for a ride from the car all the way to the front. We had to get a ride all the way from the front, all the way back to my car, and then back again and get back in the line. And I don't know, my nerves still might be just a little bad from yesterday, because I'm not gonna lie, I think that's why I didn't get back on camera, because That was a lot. That was a lot, y'all. It was so many people out there. I mean, it was, to me, worse than going to the fair. I contributed to a very beautiful, you know, hot day outside yesterday, where everybody in Dallas was outside yesterday with the shorts, with the kids, with the all the things. Like, everybody was outside, and I was just like, ooh. It was cool when we first got there, but at some point, like, once it started kind of cooling off a little bit, y'all, I mean, people were just coming from everywhere, and it was so just difficult to move around. And I don't really like that, especially, you know, I'm trying to eat and stuff. It was just it was a lot. It was a lot. I enjoyed myself, but you know, and that's a lot. It was a lot of walking. You know, it was a lot of walking involved. But you know, it was the lines. That was another thing. Like, that little juice in that clear container, baby. I don't know how long we stood in line for that drink. Mind you, it was good, but baby, we stood in line a long time just for that drink. And like I said, because it was a little different this time, the food was decent. We didn't really get anything major. The lines were just too long for me, and I'm like, everything was $15. Everything was $15 and above, so and then, like I said, we came home, and I didn't really cook anything because I think we were really full from yesterday. So yeah, that was it. But I have made it home. Ooh, y'all, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I have made it home. I'm a little tired, but I have some chores that I need to do. More specifically, finish bagging up those clothes, and I'm going to put everything in my living room because I'm probably going to load my car at the end of the week. That way Saturday morning we're ready. So I definitely want to wrap that up. I'm a video up, but I do need to do like a little bit of editing later on tonight, and probably do a load of clothes. And then I said I was gonna cook this afternoon, and I really want to. I want to try tofu. I normally am not a tofu girl at all. I've never liked the texture of it. But since I know how to cook, and I've just kind of glanced at some recipes, I was thinking about dicing it up, you know, putting a little cornstarch on it and putting it in some oil, and then do some kind of like sweet and sour sauce with some rice. I just want to see, you know, if I can potentially get into tofu. I don't know how I feel about it. And I bought this. This is the super firm tofu. I think I want to play with that texture. I think I want to play with that texture one first. But yeah, I'm gonna try this. Maybe not tonight, but I bought this once before, and I don't know. I don't even know if it ever goes bad. Like, I don't remember seeing a date on here, but I never did anything with it because it just scared me. But I got a few items. These, I actually tried this energy juice shot. I don't have my glasses on. Where are my glasses? Y'all must forgive me. Y'all know I'll be 50 this year, so it's getting a little weird in these streets. But yeah, anyway, I want to see what's doing with this. Oh yeah, I was talking about these energy shots. These are half decent. I tried one of these today because I was feeling a little sluggish this morning, and it seemed to do the trick. But I don't want to waste any more time. I don't know what's up for the week. I think I'll entertain myself, but I will just do a little cooking on my off days. Yeah, so let me do my adulting, and we will reconvene later because I think I am gonna cook me like a nice bougie meal. You know, I kind of want to do one of my excellent presentations. So I told y'all about that fish that I bought. I didn't cook it, but that's really what I want tonight, and I'm glad I reminded myself so I can take it and let it thaw out while we do what we need to do. I'll see y'all in a bit in the kitchen. Once we have wind down, we're gonna get into a nice, gorgeous meal for tonight, okay? Bye.
Just turn down your